He took the game.
Yeah, thank you so much.
He's going to the no-hitter?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Charlie! I don't know why. Somebody had to have said no in the middle of it.
Hey Matt, what are we watching?
Hey, you guys, quiet down.
Charlie,
Turn it on.
And we are back home. Thank you for joining us here on a brand new season of Inside the Nest.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the Nest.
Welcome to Inside the Nest.
Inside the Nest.
It has been a crazy ride. We've come a long way, but we're here now and there's more work to be done. Next week and all semester long,
Inside the Nest.
All right, guys. It was a great year, but now you guys know what to do.
season here on Inside the Nest. I'm Matt Boucher. From Zoom calls to studios, Inside the Nest has really been all around the nest. In this episode, we're going to be previewing spring sports, but first we're going to go into the hardwood. Men's basketball is fighting for home court advantage right now, while the women's team is on the bubble of the playoffs looking in despite facing all the adversity that they've faced so far this season. We'll be checking in on Coach Harvey, who's in the broadcast booth. But first, we're going to send it over to Ryan White, who's Coach Potts' own personal pedometer.
How many steps would you take on the sideline of a big game? For head coach Justin Potts, the answer is 1,156. Like a circling shark, he's always on the move. During a game, Potts typically walks about a half mile between the bench and half court. There's no chair along the bench, even if he wants to sit. The connection Potts has with his squad can be seen just by watching him in action. His passion is unmatched, and he is constantly locked in. To may never sit, he does crouch. He can be spotted with a backdrop of the Montclair State logo, perched and focused like a hawk, a red hawk. And when he's not crouched, he's pacing, back and forth, 1,156 steps, shouting encouragement to his team, doing everything he can to guide his players to victory.
That's a whole lot of energy for Coach on the sidelines. No seat, no problem. The men's team is 12-3 in the conference right now. That puts them third behind Rowan, who is undefeated in the conference, and Stockton, who beat Montclair State on Saturday. The Redhawks have the second best scoring average in the NJAC behind the Profs. A top two finish would have them hosting in the playoffs. While we spotlighted Coach Potts a bit, he knows it's more than his commitment that has his team doing so well.
Yeah, I mean, even through all the injuries that we've had, I think our depth has been a huge factor for us. And, Amari Mills played good tonight. Samar Abdullah coming off the bench did a really good job. And Greg X giving us great minutes the last couple of games. So that depth was definitely critical for us. And as we go down the stretch, it's going to be critical as well. This is no easy task in the NJAC. Every game's a battle. There's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of really good coaches. And I think our guys understand that. We have some experience from the last couple of years, which always helps. I'm just trying not to mess it up. I'm trying to stay out of the way. They do a good job of preparing themselves and being ready physically and mentally, which is crucial in this league.
Let's take a closer look at those standout players keeping the Redhawks on fire. You'll likely see Mike Jackson on the court getting ready to launch it from behind the arc. Jackson has already surpassed some of his freshman year stats like steals, assists, and points. Recently in their win against William Patterson, Jackson shot an efficient 10 of 15 from the floor and was 3 of 7 from deep. A senior leader that has been helping the Redhawks is Keon Price. Offensively, he has been a presence all over the court, shooting 48% from the floor. And defensively, he has more blocks this season than his past 3 seasons combined. Junior guard Kieran Flanagan is the definition of playmaking and hustle. Alongside the scorers on his team, Flanagan has been excelling everywhere else on the court. So far this season, Flanagan is averaging close to 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and over a steal per game. Alongside Flanagan, Steve Bremen is not only leading the Redhawks, but also the whole New Jersey Athletic Conference. Bremen recently won Player of the Week due to a stellar average of 21 points, 6 rebounds, and a steal in wins against NJCU and Rutgers Camden. Bremen has now surpassed 1,000 points in his collegiate career, with his 84 coming from his freshman campaign at Moravian, and is only 45 points away from 1,000 just at Montclair State. Let's hear from Bremen about the major milestone in his career.
It means a lot to me, obviously. It's a great milestone. It's not possible without my teammates and coaches every day putting in a lot of work. Obviously, I put in a lot of work on my jump shot, on my offensive game, on my craft, on the things that we do within our offense. So it's a great milestone, but our job's not finished, and we're looking forward to keep getting better along the way. It means a lot to my family because they know all the hard work I put in, and that they've instilled to me to work hard every day. And they're the most loyal group of people that I have in my life, and they never miss a game. They never miss an event for me. They never miss anything of mine, and it's really important to them just because they've been just such a great supporting cast for me along the way, and I couldn't be more grateful for them also as well.
Coach Harvey has been anchoring the women's basketball team for 16 years. There's not too many people that know more about Montclair State basketball than her. On January 25th, that knowledge was put to the test as Coach joined Catherine Pace and Anthony Cafone in her first ever broadcast.
Catherine Pace here, alongside our very special guest, Coach Harvey.
It's been a little up and down, like Rutgers has controlled, and then Montclair's running, and no one really has controlled the pace of this first half so far.
Yeah, it's different. I get interviewed and I'm on camera a little bit for this, and it's a little bit easier this way.
That's a great move to the rim. He's just so strong and poised, and he can hang in the air and take the contact and finish. Montclair State needed a bucket. That's a big bucket.
I'm impressed. You guys do such a good job, and they do such a good job of calling the game. And I was surprised as to how fast she could think of the person's name. Like when the ball moves from side to side, cross-court pass and stuff, I'm like looking to see what that guy's name is. I'm like, I don't know what that guy's name is. So it's just kind of fun to see the whole process and a little bit behind the scenes. So I really enjoyed it today.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I
so
just want to say thank you very much for having me. I got to do a little more homework, work on my game a little bit, but you guys made it easy, so thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Do we see potential career after coaching here?
Hey, I can't coach forever, you know what I mean?
That was certainly a fun broadcast to watch and listen to, but it hasn't been all fun and games for the women's basketball team. We bring in Brandon Morazzo with his thoughts on the 10 and 12 squad, and it's time for the Maz Minute.
Down here at Coach Harvey's court, and ironically, Coach Harvey's squad has been on my mind lately, as the Montclair State women's basketball team are currently sitting in a less than ideal situation. Their 10 and 12 record and 7 and 8 conference record currently have them sitting in the 8th spot of the NJAC tournament, 2 spots outside of contention to play. Star players Kendall Hodges and Nikki Carter have missed some time this season, and what's been a scoring struggle for them. Nikki Carter, of course, averaging 19 points per game, is the only Red Hawk currently averaging double digits, and with 3 games left in hand, the Red Hawks could really use somebody else to step up and take on the scoring load, such as Mahogany Worsley-Wooten, who's found a double-point game, along with some other Red Hawks. 6 out of the 7 teams currently seated ahead of them average more points per game. The only team who doesn't, TCNJ, who has a much better point differential. We'll see what holds in stores for the Red Hawks, as they really need these last 3 wins and somebody to pick up the scoring load.
Despite some early season struggles, the team has a chance to finish strong with 3 games left. With all 3 of those opponents being NJAC, Kane, Ramapo, and Rowan, unfortunately, those are 3 of the top 4 teams in the conference. While they look to move up in the standings this last stretch, the odds seem stacked against them. With the swimming and diving season coming to an end, we got to sit with head coach Brian McLaughlin to recap everything in the pool and preview what to expect in the Metro Championships. Stay tuned for that next week, but first, let's hear from Julie Tiedemann on her record-setting performance in the 1650.
I came into this season really having a goal to break a bunch of records, and I felt like I might have been close to this pool record. It was pretty exciting to see that I did it, and I'm really happy and really proud of myself. So yeah, the emotions are very high right now.
She does. New PR for Julie Tiedemann. Waiting the official number 1832-25 for Julie Tiedemann.
My coaches have really upped my training. They've put a lot of faith in me. They've been pushing me really hard to really do my best. My teammates are my biggest supporters. I got out of the pool and I got so many hugs and so many congratulations. I could see them cheering me on from the sidelines, and I think that really motivated me and pushed me just to finish hard. To be totally honest, swimmers don't really hear a lot of what you guys screaming unless we're breathing. So I definitely heard a few people. I know my mom screams really loud, so I definitely heard her. But seeing everybody standing on the sidelines and cheering me on and waving their hands so that I saw them really motivated me a lot. It really helped me get that final push, when I'm dying in the pool. It's nice to see my teammates supporting me.
Every baseball player based in the Northeast knows about the struggle of practicing and training indoors during the winter months. Luckily, the Red Hawks are able to utilize MSU's Panzer Athletic Center ahead of the start of the season.
We kind of hit the reset button a little bit here early on in January. We can get in, we could get our groundwork put in with our hitting philosophies and things like that. And then we go outside and we can kind of get a little bit of a broader picture with our eyes and our vision and really set our defense as well.
I think just being from the Northeast, everybody's going to be pretty much inside, so just having the facilities that we have are going to definitely help and play a role deep into the season.
The time inside allows the team to really get to know each other and develop relationships that will be key on the field.
Coming off of last year, the expectations are definitely high. For us personally, winning an NJAC championship, that's our main goal. It's been our main goal every year.
This season, the team has some new additions. Transfers and freshmen are looking to make their mark, with returners taking on that mentorship role. Peter Cosentino finished last season with a .383 batting average, second on the team for home runs with 10, and was tied for first in RBIs, both with Jordan Yurkevich. Additionally, Cosentino was named an academic All-American in June of 2022.
All the freshmen, and especially the transfers that I've seen so far, have been really great adds. They're really awesome people.
We're looking at Zach Stearns, who's done a really good job behind the plate. And, a transfer, Ethan Sarmiento at third base, who's kind of come in and done a nice job solidifying the corner infield after Joe Norton decided to come to the coaching side of the world.
Class of 2022 alumnus, Joe Norton, joins the staff this season as an assistant coach. Norton's .324 batting average, being MSU's all-time stolen base leader and top 5 in runs and hits, makes him a key mentor for players.
I mean, I've been around baseball my whole life, and as I went through the years at Montclair, we started to build a better and better program, and it's something I wanted to continue to be a part of. So when I had the opportunity to come back, I thought it was a good one for now. Get some experience and see how I like it, and I'm glad I made the decision to come back.
The team got 31 wins last season, which was the most since 2006 when they had 35. They also qualified for the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2009. After an outstanding 2022 season, players and coaches alike are excited to see what this year brings.
I mean, coming off of last year, the expectations are definitely high. For us personally, winning an NJAC championship, that's our main goal. It's been our main goal every year. And like last year, this year, another main goal of ours is to make a regional.
With their ability, I'm excited about what we're going to see this year on the field. We're going to challenge ourselves. We've got a nice challenging schedule. Highlighted with Salisbury's preseason #1 coming here for a 3-game series, which get out to Yogi Berra Stadium and come support us. It'd be great to have the campus community out there for that weekend.
Opening day is February 24th in Maryland against McDaniel College, where the team will be eager to start the season off well.
It's an exciting time to be a fan of Montclair State athletics. Basketball playoffs and the Mets are coming soon, and spring sports are right around the corner. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at RedHawkSN. I'm Matt Bruchet, and we'll see you next week on Inside the Nest.